Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we're making a minimalistic apartment in Evergreen Harbor. I will remember the names of these towns, it's fine. But I built this a couple days ago, and I really enjoyed building this. One, because it's green, and it's a different shade of green than I normally go for, because some of the shades of green that come in the Sims game are not the prettiest, but this one's okay. It was inspired by a couch from base game that I don't think I have ever used. Please try and prove me wrong on that one. Someone will do it. I will probably be someone that is going to try and do that in like 30 minutes probably. But I don't think I've ever used it that I know of. So that's at least good. I have no memory of me using this couch, and I basically based the whole color scheme off of this couch. And I was trying really hard, and this apartment's really small, so the floor plan is usually the same floor plan every single time, and so that's okay, but it just makes it really small area, because this living area is not that big for a bunch of stuff. Like, you couldn't put a 4-person chair, or like table, you couldn't put 4 chairs on a table in this apartment. It just wouldn't fit. You'd either have no kitchen or no living area. You could try, obviously, but I just think it would not work like comfortably, and like it wouldn't look good to just have that. And so I tried this 3. It kind of doesn't fit, but that's okay. You still can get by, so it technically does work, so it's all good. But I thought that this worked the best of all of the layouts that I've tried. And I tried putting a bookshelf here for the longest time. It doesn't work. I actually end up putting like a little entryway with like tiles in there, and I thought that was kind of fun. I don't usually do like entryways that are like different, mostly because, one, I've never been inside an apartment that had an entryway. I've only been inside like 2 apartments ever, so that might also be an issue. But I've never seen like actual things that have like a different flooring, but I see them in a lot of pictures of houses that'll have like a stone area that's like designated, or like a different flooring from the like next to it area. So I thought I would just include that because I had a bunch of room and had nothing to do with it, so I was like, might as well just put a different flooring and some small fencing down and call it good. And I thought it looked pretty cool. I had a lot of issue with the tile. One, I don't use tile that often. Usually in my like Mediterranean houses I'll use tile, but I'll use like the same tile every single time. So, that it's not a lot of tile that I get to experiment with. And so I was just kind of going through all of the tiles and going, no, every single time. But I did find one eventually that I liked. I don't really remember which tile that is. You will see probably in about 7 minutes what tile that is, but I don't remember. But I think it looked good. I remember thinking it looked good. I don't remember what it looks like now, though, which is okay. But I really like this apartment. I might actually live in this apartment. I probably, wouldn't decorate my apartment like this. I usually like more stuff, or like decorations and stuff, which is not how I build in The Sims, but that's just like how I make stuff, is more like less cluttered and stuff. But like the things that I would like to like put in my house tend to be like more cluttered looking, so I don't really know, but I really like the design and like the color scheme of this apartment, so I think that was pretty good. And here's the couch. It does like vary like the entire color scheme, so that's okay. I thought that it was a pretty green, and I could work with it with this one because it fits with like the light wood that I was going with too, so that's what I was trying to do. But that's about it for the apartments, so I'm going to move on to some of the things that have happened this week. The first thing is that it snowed for the first time, or maybe second time. It might have snowed in October, but I don't remember. Usually it snows in like beginning of October, and then not again until January, which is really fun. Global warming and all of that stuff. I don't actually know if that's the cause of it not snowing, but we didn't get a white Christmas, but we did get a white January 3rd, but that's okay. They're close enough. And it didn't snow recently, but like a couple days ago, I think, but it is basically patchy at this point. So there's snow some places, not snow other places, but they went through and like shoveled everywhere, and like the streets have been like salted, I think, so it's been melting. So, that's kind of not fun. But I like there being snow, and, everyone's just trying to get rid of it, and that's just sad. So, but that's probably just me that likes the snow. I swear every adult I've ever heard from in the last 2 weeks talking about the snow was like, quite glad there hasn't been snow. And then as soon as we got snow, they're all just like, ugh, snow. I'm just like, it's pretty, and it's cold, and it looks like that. So I'm not really sure what the issue is other than driving. But, like, that's okay. You're not driving anywhere anyways. Like, the issue's not seeing them. But that's okay. Whatever. I'm enjoying there being snow right now because it is January, and I'd like to see snow. So, but, that's about it for the snow thing. But the other thing is that the pumpkins that I said that I was trying to make them stay until New Year's are still here. It is January 3rd, as I said like a minute ago. They are still good and hard. I'm starting to think that the hard is more hard than they were originally, and so I'm probably going to just get rid of them soon because I don't know what to do with them, and also I'm worried they're gonna just mold from the inside out, and I'm not gonna realize it, and then suddenly my entire room is gonna smell like rotten pumpkin. But we will see, because sometimes I just forget, and I'm gonna say that now that I'm gonna get rid of the pumpkins, and in a week I'm be like, I didn't get rid of the pumpkins still. So maybe, but we will see. And so that was just an update. But the other thing that I was going to mention is that I have to go back to school, and it is a have to. I don't want to go back to school. The homework I am not looking forward to, and starting a bunch of new classes with new rules for 3 days does not sound fun for me, actually. But the rules make it so that there's less homework, but the rules make it so that the boys behind me complain about them for the next 2 weeks. So I'm not really sure which one I would prefer, math homework or complaining teenage boys. I think I would prefer the math homework, so not really sure, but not looking forward to that. And also just I'm at home, it is 1:36 on a Monday, and I would much rather be doing this than the French class that I am pretty positive I would be in on Wednesday. So, really excited about that. I do like my classes. They were fun, and I was sad at the end of last semester. However, while I'm still on the break, I don't want to go back. In about a week and a half, I will be happy about my classes, though, probably. Unless I get some more annoying boys in my chemistry class. But I'm fairly positive they quit, because they were complaining all of the time for the past, I swear, 6 months, the entire time. And I'm really hoping they quit, or at least got into a different class than I did. So, not really sure, but I have a different period than I did last semester for chemistry, so I'm really hoping we didn't get the same one. But, I'm hoping this semester I have an actual group that does something, because last semester could not relate to that. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about my zoology class. I'm excited to have 2 science classes again. I know that that's not for everybody, but I really like science, and I did voluntarily take a class for seniors as a sophomore, which may be a mistake. We will see. But I'm really excited about it. I'm not really excited about it being full of seniors, though. So we'll see, but I'm hoping it's not entirely seniors, and I'm hoping there's at least a singular person. Singular person is all I ask for that I recognize that is in my grade. I don't care if it is someone I absolutely despise. I want somebody I recognize. So I'm just hoping something good will happen, but I'm not really sure. But I'm used to being silent and not talking at all, and not knowing everybody in my class. So that'll be okay. I knew 2 people in my math class, and I didn't know that I knew them until end of November. So that's okay, but it did take me a while. But I sit in the front. I was sitting in the very front, so I didn't know that they were behind me. So that's technically not my fault. But I'm okay if nobody that I recognize is in most of my classes, but I'm hoping this class with it already seeming like it's going to be difficult, that there is somebody that will work on group projects with me, because oh my god, is it so hard when everyone's like getting group projects and I'm just standing there just awkwardly, because that's just what I do every time that I don't know people in my class. Like English last semester, I had people that I knew in that class. I had 3 people that I knew in that class that I would work with group projects. Any other class, I would just kind of stand there until somebody else who was too awkward like me was like, hey, you have a partner? And I was like, no. And you know what, you want to work together? That's just how it happened every single time. And that's just kind of awkward. Like really awkward. So hoping that's not a thing, because most science classes that I've gone through do a lot of group projects that they get to choose the groups, and that's just not my favorite thing in the world. I would much prefer to get stuck with some randoms because they said so, instead of getting stuck with some randoms because we're the only randoms that don't have friends in the class. Like those are very different things, and it's just really painful. But other than that, I'm hoping my French class is fairly similar to the class that I had last semester, because I just choked on my own breath. That's fine. Whatever. Moving on. But I'm hoping it is the same, like, semi-similar people, because I really enjoyed the people in that class. And so, hoping it's similar. However, I have, like, low hope. And also, I have the same period. So, if other people stay in the same period, I should be okay. But other than that, I'm not really sure. I'm excited for my British literature class because I finally finished American literature. Quite glad. She still hasn't graded 2 of my 75-point summative projects, but I'm hoping in the next day and a half she will get that done. Other than that, I have to talk to my principal about it because it's going to move my GPA down, and that is an issue. So, not really sure about that, but that's about it for back to school. So I'm going to end the voiceover right here, because it's almost screenshots time. But subscribe if you did like today's video, or if you want to see more like this. But I do post 4 videos a week, so you can watch another video next time. Bye!